What up? Back at it again. Um, Man, I want to speak on men having um no standards and the women that they mess with. How nowadays, how a lot of guys, well, most men, don't have a lot of standards. And why I say that is because we have all these women who are not all that, not dimes, whatever. They have this high profile in which they think that they are the shit, and which they really not. Like, even in public, on Facebook, on any of these other sites, guys will gas them up, tell them they fine, tell them, they look good, and they fat, they nasty, they ugly, they hood radish. You know, you gotta you look good just because you got a big ass, but everything else is just boop, 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 like that. You know what I'm saying? This is why these dudes, mostly black men, I hate to say this, but a lot of us don't have good standards in the women, because we'll mess with we'll mess with the worst kind of black woman, but at the same time, even, you can mess with a dime too, but then she'll not have a good, she ain't got no good attitude, but, that's another thing. But a lot of guys just do not have good standards in who they mess with. It's, they'll just be happy with just any type of woman, no matter how they look, and it shouldn't even be like that. You should just go for the best. Don't settle for less. Go for the best. And a lot of guys settle for less, and I don't understand that. I'm gonna come to a point where I'm not gonna settle for less anymore. I'm not gonna, I know this is messed up too, but I don't want to deal with any chicks in my hood or in a city where it's mostly, where it's mostly blacks at, where it's a majority of blacks. Not to say, I'm not gonna say I'm racist to my own people, but when you live in a majority black area, most of the black women are, I'm just gonna say it, are hood rats, gold diggers, all that. White ones too, they be in the hoods too. They got a trailer parks and stuff like that too. But when I'm looking for a woman, I don't want to look in the city. I want to look in the suburbs, or more of a diverse, where there's every type of race. Because me personally, I like all races. I don't like, just because I'm black, I'm not just gonna date black women. I'm gonna date any race I fucking want to, because it's me, because I'm gonna date whoever the fuck I want to. But also, I'm gonna speak on the interracial dating and the black relationships, probably maybe this week or next week, somewhere around that time. But guys don't have any type of standards. They just deal with anything. They deal with fat women. You deal with, women who have messed up passes, and females that have all these kids, but then they to a point where these women think that they just have it like that. You got all these kids, and all of a sudden you think you just, the world should be, things should be handed to you. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? A girl with kids, all of a sudden saying that she deserves something, and I'm like, well, get out of here. But guys go to these women with all these baby daddies, and they deal with a chick just because she got a big ass with no personality, and they deal with chicks who's broke. They like, oh, okay, she's broke, so she ain't got nothing to do, so I can see her anytime. You don't want to deal with no broke chick. So, what can you do? This is what I tell guys. I be like, look, man, settle for the best. If you want a dime, get a dime. If you want a decent looking chick, get a decent looking chick. But never settle for less. Always go for the best. Go to the suburbs. Go to travel. But don't just settle for the hood chicks. Don't settle for the hood chicks just because they're there. You know, I'm just saying, you gotta aim for the best. Get your money, travel, see other chicks, do what you gotta do. But never settle, never have low standards in the chicks that you deal with. Because you notice that a lot of these no standard type chicks, they always, you notice that the ones that have no standards type chicks are the ones that say that they busy all the time. You notice that? Like, what's up with that? The chicks who ain't doing nothing be the most busiest. I'm like, hold on, you ain't doing nothing. How you gonna all of a sudden be busy? That's why I'm like, you know what? Do what you gotta do, because I know you're gonna get back at me anyway. So, it is what it is. So, I ain't tripping. I'm not tripping on that. And you shouldn't trip over it either. So, but just aim high, aim for the best. Do what you gotta do, no matter, you know, just don't settle for less. Don't settle for the hood chicks. Don't settle for the whack chicks, the people with babies, the women with multiple kids and multiple abortions and multiple things that they go through and all this bullshit. And we know every woman is gonna have some pangs and stories and shit like that, but you ain't trying to be no damn psychiatrist, these chicks, man. Just be like, look, I don't give a fuck what you've been through. Just get to the goddamn point. Let me do what I gotta do, and that's that. So, that's how you gotta be with women. You just gotta be straight to the point. Like, look, I don't care what the fuck you've been through. Long as you say you clean and you can take this goddamn test, we good. But other than that, everything's, you know, you shouldn't give a fuck. Just like how these women don't give a fuck about you, so you shouldn't give a fuck about them either. Straight up. But, again, men, never, always have high standards in the women you mess with. Because these women have high standards. They have all these ridiculous things that they want on men. So we should have these things about women. But it's funny how when you have high standards, and I mentioned this in my high expectations video, it's funny how when you have a high expectation and with the women, the women you talk to say, oh, you gotta lower, you know, you gotta take some of that stuff down. But wait, how am I gonna lower my stuff, but then you ain't gotta lower your stuff? Double standard, not dealing with it. But yeah, again, have high standards in the women that you mess with. Fellas, please, don't deal with less. Don't deal with the BS that they deal with. Go to the, you know what I'm saying, don't go to these, you know, hood rat, don't go to clubs, don't do all that. Go to health stores, go to pet stores too is a good way to meet some females too. A lot of people don't know about that, but if you got pets, you will see some chicks up in there. Trust me, I know. I go in there for my dog, and I've seen all kinds of women up in there. But that's another low key spot too to go. You know, go to health stores, go to the gym, go to I don't know. Now, church, they always say you can meet a good girl in church, but that can be iffy. You know, that can be a little iffy, depending on what church you go to. But, some other places you go to, sporting events, colleges, visit colleges. You know, just don't settle for the hood and where you at and the wackest hoods or certain areas. Just go elsewhere. Just visit the higher upper echelons of people. If you don't have a car, then, you know, take a bus. You know what I'm saying? Don't make excuses on things. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I gotta say on that. Never lower your standards when it comes to women. Aim your shit up high, and plus, also, be true to you. Get yourself together before you worry about these chicks, because sometimes these chicks can fuck your mind up, and you don't want your mind up. And plus, also, women, they want money. They can say all this thing about, oh, well, you know, a guy's money, you know, I don't date a dude, you know, I don't care about money. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Any woman that says that, she's lying her ass off. You don't care about a dude's money, then don't ask where he work at then. Other than that, it doesn't matter, because everything in this world is about money. Chicks, anything that has to do with anything, it has to do with money. Money is not the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. So remember that. But I just want to make this video. I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute, man. Peace.